Here's a 2017 Ram 1500. This one came in with an interesting issue. The customer complaint was feels like the wheels were locked. Putting it in drive just wasn't rolling, and that's how it came in. So I'm gonna kind of go over something here because it's pretty rare to see this situation. Let me show you what I found. So these are the front rotors. These are the front pads. And look at this one here. So the pad is about 3/8 of an inch as a new pad. So maybe a little bit thicker than that is what should be sitting on top of here. So the whole pad is gone, and then it was applying force. The piston was applying force on the metal backing plate. And then what was starting to happen on this one, which locked up this front wheel, is this started to go inside the caliper piston. So look at that. What's the other front? So worn down pretty good, but not down to the backing plate here, but starting to cut. I'm going to go over the rears here in a second, but you can still see cut. And I don't have a mic here to show you, but this is probably could be turned, but it'd be below the amount. And you can see here what was going on. Look at how thin this part of the rotor is here. Something else interesting. When I looked at this, I thought this was pads since factory, and I look at it, and they're ceramics. So he's managed to wear it down this much with ceramic pads. So I don't really see too many of these this way. And what was just as much interesting, normally with this much wear, you would start having dust on the rims. And if we look at these rims, they were cleaned up. So now the other thing, kind of show you some clues here what was going on, is I noticed this hitch right here. Like, that's a pretty good hitch there. And then there's something else. The emergency brake shoes pretty much have come apart. The rivets here, and this is looks like it's a combination rivet glue down. Totally came apart here. So these are the emergency brake shoes that go inside this part here, where then the rotor goes over it, and then again, that's how the emergency brake works. So trying to think about the root cause. Now, before I get into that, these were apart and jammed up on the rotor, so when you turn the rotor, it was just jammed up in there because they were loose. Definitely this truck was used, and debatable whether you could say it was abused, but the piece is almost like a little murder mystery here of how did it get to this point, and that hitch was the clue. So talking to the customer, looks like they were towing a trailer that didn't have brakes on the trailer, so this truck was doing all the braking. I think they let it go a little bit too long, but again, just just something to kind of figure out, like root cause, like how did they wear the pads on a half-ton truck to this level, and then also destroy the emergency brake shoes. Again, this might be a combination. You see some rust here, of rust and some usage, but this is a half-ton truck doing 3/4 ton or 1-ton truck work. Ended up costing them a little bit more money than maybe it should have, so we had to change a bunch of stuff. Only one caliper. The caliper on the other side was bad. The rest were okay. Glide pins were okay. And that's it on this one.